Hello, my name is Stephen Lursen, and today we're going to be talking about how to reproduce imagery by hand. And not only that, but whenever you want to blow an image up or shrink an image down, whenever you want to do that, you still want to, for the most part, be able to know how to maintain the same scale and proportion, the integrity of the image itself, without making it feel all wonky and distorted. So to do that today, we're going to be talking about the grid method, and I already have a small image here, and I'm working on graphing paper because it kind of was a shortcut to give an example. So let's say you have a small image. Maybe it's from your sketchbook, maybe it's from a photograph, and you want that image to be something where you can potentially draw on and it's not ruined. So you may have to make a copy of your original. So once you have that, then you also have a larger version. Let's say you want to be able to take something from your sketchbook and now you want to put it on a canvas, a painting. And maybe this is 4, 5, 6 times larger. Maybe it's half the size. Maybe it's smaller. But how do you use the grid method to achieve copying the same image, dot for dot and line for line, without making it different? So what we have is it's important to keep the same proportions. If your photograph or your sketchbook or your sketch pad or your image is a square, then your canvas needs to have that gridded out section needs to be a square. If you start with a rectangle and you move to a square, or you start with a square and move to a rectangle, then it is going to distort your image. So first thing we do is we're going to draw lines down halfway and halfway. And let's do quarters. And this is very easy for me because I'm already on graphing paper. You may need to use a ruler whenever you do it. So let's start with that. Now, I will say that the more lines we use here and the more lines we use here, the more accurate everything is going to be, because do you see how this line falls on an intersection? The more lines there are, the more technical intersections will be hit. So let's go ahead and do eighths. And because I'm doing a video and I want high contrast, I want these lines to be seen, I'm using a Sharpie. But you would want to use a pencil or something that can be erased, because you only want the drawing to come through. You don't want the grid to be a permanent fixture on your final work of art. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and quickly do some lines. Now, because this second square is twice the size of the first square, and for the first square I copied over every box. Because this is twice the size, I'm only going to copy over every other box, and that way it is the same scale image, or the same scale grid, I should say. Maybe getting off just a little bit because it's not able to get up over the drawing because the camera, but nonetheless, I think the point will be pretty clear. That one's off a bit. Last one. Okay, so the amazing and fun part of the grid method, and this is primarily going to be enjoyable for someone who may like math or science, who likes puzzles, who likes to be able to dissect an image and break it down piece by piece. So instead of doing a block letter A, we're not going to be drawing a block letter A anymore. The end product will be the same as that, which was a block letter A, but we're not going to go about trying to draw that. We're drawing each square at a time. So we're going to start here, work our way across, all the way down, kind of like a printer, and then we will see what happens. So this is the first block. Is there anything there? No. So we're finished. Second block? Nope, nothing there. Third block? Nothing there. Maybe a little bit starting there. So I'm just copying So that block is finished. We're moving on to this one, and these are just two parallel lines that go all the way across. And now we get to here. So there's nothing here or here. Now we start back over here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's the first image.
And there we are. As we finished up, this has been a simple demonstration of the grid method, and you can use this on very simple imagery or on very complicated imagery. Just remember that the more grid lines you have, the easier it is to get more accuracy. So I hope you have a great day. Thank you.